Junior, senior high school. Tonight's ceremony is very special and will begin in just a few short moments. The decorum we expect is one of a polite, formal, and dignified celebration. At this time and throughout the ceremony, please silence all of your cell phones and other electronic devices. During our graduation ceremony, air horns and other loud noisemakers are prohibited. There may be individuals within the audience who are sensitive to loud noise or who may be wearing hearing aids. Parents who have flowers, balloons, or gifts for your graduate, please refrain from delivering those until the end of the ceremony when all graduates have crossed the stage. Our presentation of the class of 2019 has been concluded and the students have returned from their recessional. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to begin tonight's celebration.
Oh, we need to stand. Oh, there we go. There's Jaden.
is Tom Lytle, and I have the distinct privilege of being the principal here at Joe Reddington Senior Junior High School. Will you please stand for the presentation of the colors? Gentlemen, please remove your caps. It is customary for the audience to remain standing until the color guard has posted the colors and has recessed. The Reddington Junior High School band will be playing our national anthem at the presentation of colors. Tonight's colors are being presented by the Chugiak High School Junior ROTC. It is commanded by Senior Chief Petty Officer Matthew Biggs. The Alaska State flag is carried by Lieutenant Junior Grade Emily Parnell. The right guard is Lieutenant Junior Grade Colton Cenarius. The left guard is Chief Petty Officer Vanessa Lopez.
Care, read. Colors. Cut. Brief that. Colors. Colors. Ready. Cut. About. Face. Forward. March. Pose. Colors. About. Face. Pose. Left. Face. Forward. March.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Tonight, I am so very proud of the class of 2019. And sharing my pride in them, I would like to take a moment to introduce some distinguished guests on the stage with us this evening. We are honored to have board member from the Matanuska-Susitna Borough School District, Ryan Ponder, with us this evening. Joining us from the Matanuska-Susitna Borough School District, Office of Instruction, we have Executive Director, Tracy Peterson. I'd like to recognize a special guest speaker that we have this evening, Reddington, class of 2018 alumni, Ms. Kiana McGovern. And also joining us on the stage this evening, I'm pleased to have our Assistant Principal, Mr. Matthew Spaulding. At this time, I would like to recognize someone without whom none of this would have happened today. Seniors, if you could please rise and give a hearty round of applause for our senior advisor, Ms. Doss.
He's not going up?
If I were to ask you to indulge with me in one final little game this evening, I would ask you, you're wrong. The number that I'm thinking of this evening is 13. 13, you may ask? Many would say that 13 is an unlucky number. There's a sense of foreboding about Fridays that happen to fall on the 13th of the month. Many hotels used to number their floors 11, 12, 14, omitting 13 entirely. Even plane manufacturers used to skip the 13th row in order to avoid wild hysteria on their flights. But I'm not entirely sure why. You see, graduates, I happen to be quite fond of the number 13. Because exactly that many years ago, you and I started this very journey together. You see, 13 years ago, I was starting my very first principal position at Sinina Elementary School. And that very same year, you were walking into kindergarten classrooms to begin your educational careers. So in a manner of speaking, we got our jobs at the same time. 13 years ago, I also had the very distinct privilege of being the principal for one of you, as you walked nervously as a kindergartner into Mrs. Shoemake's classroom. Harley, did you think you were going to avoid being mentioned by me this evening? I'm proud of you, and I'll love you forever. Aww. Our shared histories are why I'm quite fond of the number 13. It's a good number for you and for me. You might even say that I find it to be a lucky number. That is, if I actually believed in luck at all. But I don't. I don't believe that there's anything lucky about you and me being here tonight. Rather, I believe, graduates, that it is the culminating influence of thousands of little choices that you have made, which together have brought each of us to this fortuitous moment. Author Robert Collier wrote that success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. It appears that our success is not the product of the stars aligning just correctly at a given moment, or of those strange sisters, the Fates and the Percy Jackson series, or even something as simply unexplainable as luck, be it good or bad. Instead, you and the decisions that you make on a daily basis, no matter how big or how small, those decisions will influence your futures. Your futures. Those two words really are so very true and so very powerful. For your future really does belong solely to you. It is not someone else pulling magical strings that will control your life. You are the puppet masters of your futures. And the strings binding you to success are the decisions you make on a daily basis. Bishop Dale C. Bronner spoke about this very topic, and he said, "Your daily routine is a microcosm of your life. Real success is found in your daily routine. Your daily habits are the predictors of your future. As you live your hours, so you create your years. The words you speak, the thoughts you think, the prayers you pray, the books you read, the food you eat, the actions you take are all defining your destiny." Graduates, you have made it here tonight because of the combined influence of 13 years of educational and life choices. It has not been luck, good or bad, that has landed you in the seats here before me. And it will be the same decisions made on a daily basis that will influence your future direction and your success. It is because of those decisions that you've made that I offer you my most heartfelt congratulations. I am very, very proud of each of you. As we continue to celebrate this evening, it gives me great pleasure to welcome the senior who will be our Master of Ceremony. Please welcome Mr. Eli Benson.
Thank you, Mr. Lino. Hello and good evening. Dear esteemed colleagues, academic giants, and people who are shedding tears over this day. For some of these are tears of sadness, and for some, tears of joy. My name is Eli Benson, your senior class president. I am honored to give this speech. I really am, almost as much as I'm underqualified to give it. I apologize to those family members who flew hundreds of miles, searching for an enlightening speech. But to be honest, a high school graduation is one of the last places to look for themselves. And I can't give that to you. 3 weeks ago, my first public speaking experience was in front of a bunch of 5th graders, and I forgot everything I was going to say. And I really hope I don't do that tonight. The class of 2019. I finally get to say it. We've made it. The day we all worked so hard for. The day we finally get to say goodbye to Reddington High School. 4 years ago, we were a brand new school. We were its first freshman class, meaning we were the first class to attend all 4 years in this high school. We encouraged one another, embraced awkward stages, and we got through our first slow dance in high school together. That was rough. I sure remember it. In this past year, our senior year, we've answered the question that's always been asked. What would it look like if everybody made as little effort as possible? It's funny now, but if you continue to do absolutely nothing into adulthood, the only job you'll be absolutely qualified for is a seat in the U.S. Senate. But on a serious note, we can't settle for anything in life. We can't be complacent. We cannot just be okay with how things are. We need to do what we love and reach for the stars. Also, I'd like to thank my parents for being my #1 supporter. I'm forever grateful for everything you've done for me, especially the past 4 years. You pushed me to reach for the stars and have been there to listen to every word. I'm sorry for being such a moody teen at times, but I'm sure you saw that coming. I'd also like to thank Janina Fuller. Thank you for welcoming me as one of your own. I'm forever grateful. I would like to thank every teacher and staff member for being our mentors and shaping us into the young adults we are today. There are no words to express everything that you do for us. There really isn't. And I'd like to thank Ms. Doss again for everything she has done, because we couldn't be here without her. Thank you. Well, I knew I'd have to get to this part of the speech, saying goodbye. You're the class of 2019, my peers, my friends. We did it. 4 years later, and we are graduating. I'd like to ask you to look at the 2 people you're sitting beside and congratulate one another, because every single one of you deserve this moment right now. I'd like to thank everybody that elected me as your president. It was a close race running against myself. And thank you for giving me all your trust and confidence. I enjoyed every moment of it. As a class, we shared many good times. Pep rallies, Spirit Week, homecoming, Friday night football games, and prom. But some have said high school is the best 4 years of your life. But I honestly don't think that's true. High school is but one tiny chapter in all of our lives. We all have so much ahead of us. We are currently at a crossroads. To the right, a path has been taken time and time before. To the left is a less beaten path. And the path right in front of you is a path that only you can follow. It could lead to the most amazing triumphs and lead to the most devastating losses. Those triumphs and those losses will shape you to the person you are to become, and you need to follow that path with no shame or regrets. To define us as one big happy family is a lie, but to say we don't care about one another and don't want one another to be successful in life is an even bigger lie. I promised myself I wouldn't have any cliches in the speech, but I will say this. Life is like a roller coaster, having its ups and its downs, its triumphs and its losses. I hope each one of your lives offers you endless opportunities and a lifetime of happiness and success. I hope you fail a few times, I really do. Only to realize that failing is okay, and it will motivate you to work 10 times harder. If you're scared, don't feel alone. I'll tell you a little secret. There are 39 other kids in the exact same boat as you right now. In just under 3 months, our new chapter in the book of life will begin. And I can't wait to see where it takes us. With all that being said, the class of 2019, I wish you the best of luck. I'm sorry, Mr. Lytle. But I'd like to leave you with one quote. Never ask for permission, instead beg for forgiveness. Well, some of us have been together all 4 years here at Reddington, while some of us, like my good friend Elijah, has recently joined our family. He will be speaking to you from his quirky perspective, and you could say based on his very unique experiences. Please join me in welcoming Elijah Benson to the stage.
Before I begin, I would like to thank my mom for always pushing me to be the very best version of myself. I love you, Mom. I'm good. At the beginning of the year, I didn't know what to expect when I switched schools, but I was excited and scared. I heard many pros and cons about moving to the Valley and attending Reddington. But let me start off by saying this. I have made more true connection with people here than I ever had at any of the other schools. I've changed here, I've grown here, and I will truly miss it here. The staff at Reddington were questionable at the beginning, but now I see the method to the madness, and I am so thankful to have them as a part of my life. I have firsthand seen my teachers go above and beyond to see us make it to where we need to be. Ms. Doss has made burritos for almost a full year for our class. Mr. T has put together a whole play while being on a small budget. He has dedicated much of his time to see his class succeed, and I look up to him. Lastly, the students here are wild, mischievous, and crazy, but they're also kind, caring, and smart, even though we may not show it all the time. We all have come a long way together, and I am so proud to be a part of this school. I would not want to spend my senior year anywhere else. But now is the hard part, my friends. It's no longer up to our moms, dads, grandparents to make sure our boo-boos get better. It's our time to take initiative and learn how to put bandages on our cuts and bruises. It's up to us to make sure we live the best life possible. Whichever step we take, may we lead with confidence, compassion, and composure. And if you must stop along the way, take a breath, look around. And I guarantee you'll find something amazing. Talk to someone you don't know. Learn to be a little spontaneous. You never know. You may learn something new about yourself. And in the midst of finding yourself, you must also find the balance between work hard and play hard. So life could be a little less hard. Remember to laugh a little, have fun, and help one another. Life is a journey of learning, growing, and finding yourself. When we walk through those doors right there, we officially have done what we thought couldn't be done, and have done.
Well, while we were all worried about football games, if the girl we liked us back or not, and just dealing with high school drama, These two somehow managed to worry about all of that and still keep the highest grades in our graduating class. And I'm proud of you two, I really am. The wonderful students about to take the stage have earned the title of valedictorian for the Reddington class of 2019. Please welcome your valedictorian, Hialeah Caldwell and Harley Lytle.
Accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go, no one else. Les Brown. Most of the time in speeches, you're expected to say, we're the best and the brightest. All you have to do is be true to yourselves. Follow your dreams. We started as freshmen getting lost in the hallways. Now look at us. And all that corny stuff. Between me and you guys, pretty sure we didn't get lost in these hallways. Out of the many graduations that I have been to, all of these things mesh together and sort of sound the same. Nobody really digs any deeper than the surface. It all kind of sounds the same, a little unoriginal, a little motivational, and very cliche. Throughout this year, I've had 3 phrases that have shaped my life through high school. Take action, learn, and embrace the suck. Will Rogers once said, even if you are on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Life does not stop at high school. There's trade school, jobs, family, and a whole bunch of other stuff that nobody really prepares you for. You need to take the action of doing the work. You will no longer be graded on what you do. You'll be graded on how you do it based on your peers. This is the real world. Working with people who you like or dislike. No one else is going to do the work for you. You can do anything you want. You can be anything you want. But you have to do the work. Sure, a tiny diploma might not mean a lot to you right now, but it shows that you have achieved something, followed through with something. It shows that you have made the best and the most out of the situation in order to get the outcome that you want. I have a love for learning, and school has given me many opportunities to embrace this passion of mine, whether it is in class, out on the track field, or on the marching band. I felt okay being with my circuit families. Throughout the year, my team and bandmates have made this place feel like a home away from home. As you can see, I have done well in most of my classes because I'm standing up here talking to you. I love music and classes, and most of my time in school has prepared me for my future, and I'm very happy about that. Because of my love of music and school, I've decided to incorporate it in my college aspiration. Throughout all of my success, I have had some difficulties. My entire senior year, my family has been separated. With my parents working on the slope and living with my brother, 2 dogs and 2 recently laid goldfish. Yes, that does mean they've recently departed from this life. I have had to handle more responsibilities and was forced to become more self-motivated. My goal for the year was to make my family proud. However, there were many obstacles to overcome. Track has helped me overcome obstacles for so long, from preparing my 400-meter races to laughing with my friends on the team. It made work and learning feel like something greater. I was talking with my coaches on tactics and tips for endurance during one of my practices. When I told them a little bit about what was going on in my life, on top of participating in a very demanding sport, they offered some advice. They told me to embrace the suck. This phrase can be applied to multiple things. I took it as be determined, committed, and dedicated to the choices you make. That it may contribute to your success even though the situation may not be ideal. It taught me to power through and to follow through to the end. And to the class of 2019, we are the first 4A class of Reddington High. We went from watching the seniors before us make it through, and now look where we are. We definitely powered through, faced all of our challenges in high school, and had a few laps through it all. So I didn't think I was going to use any